Hey y'all, I am the owner of 13 East Entertainment, and I noticed something that's getting under my damn skin. Well, I noticed a lot of things, and there's a lot of videos that's coming after this, but it irks my soul when I hear people my age and younger, like who the fuck raised y'all, say that they don't need proper English. I don't need to know that shit. What the fuck I need to know that shit for? All that shit fake anyway. It ain't getting me nowhere. Okay, let me tell you something. If you willing to be that ignorant all your life, you already let me know off rip. You have no confidence in yourself. You have no sense of self-worth. And you always gonna be stuck. And I'm not trying to offend nobody. I'm just being honest. And I'm gonna tell you why. I realize that the older black folks get, the more I don't give a fuck license tends to show up and become stronger because it's your elders that's really supposed to be raising the youngins and teaching them manners. Now, I don't know what happened to my mom's generation when it came to communication, but well, I kind of know what happened. Everybody got strung out and stuck on sense of self, working hard all the goddamn time and stuck in a sense of self. And I know I'm carrying on. It's already been a minute, but you have to have two forms of language. As black people, you have to know two forms of language. You have to know proper English and etiquette, and you have to know hood language and etiquette. You have to know these things. And I'm going to tell you why, just like this. I know a lot of you don't, you're young, so you don't know about My Fair Lady. That movie taught me so much, not because of it was a singing movie. It was a musical. Now I know a lot of y'all is not gonna watch this damn musical with all these folks running around and not one black face in it. But there is a learning capability to it. Sometimes you have to look outside of what you see and input it here. And what it taught me, and it stands strong to this day, is the fact that you have to know two forms of language. You have to know the hood language, because if that's where you came from, you have to be able to communicate and you have to know the gestures so you can keep eating or survive. You have to know those things. But you have to know proper English, because if you don't know proper English, you ain't never going nowhere. Ever in life. Let's just be honest. And I'm going to tell you why. Situation one. If it wasn't for somebody, I'm going to go way back. I know it sounds stupid, but if it wasn't for somebody like Frederick Douglass, who canceled out slavery, not just for himself, but for a lot of people. And it's only because he knew the language. He read the Constitution, saw that the Constitution has to do with, it's a non-slavery Constitution. Regardless of what a lot of you idiots would think, it's the truth. Non-slavery formed Constitution. So if the Constitution bans slavery, has nothing to do with slavery, then how am I a slave? You can't hold me to this. So he sat up there and he broke down the language, able to break it down to his form, wrote down his situation, was able to bring it up to the English of what they understood. And he canceled that shit out. Period, point blank. What I'm trying to tell you is, in normal terms, there wouldn't be no Jay-Z. There wouldn't be no $500 million Jay-Z if he only spoke in hood. You have to know the language to your contract, unless you're trying to be hot for 2 years and then disappear because you dumb. No. You have to learn certain aspects. You have to know what expeditiously is. You have to know what expediency is. You have to know certain words from a dictionary. You have to know these things in order to get ahead, because if you don't, you will always be on the bottom. Because the most educated, like I said, going back to My Fair Lady, they looked down on her like she wasn't shit because she was a bum to them. Okay. To them, she was a bum. To because she spoke slang, couldn't get it together the whole nine. It all started off with a bet. I bet I can make her the tops of society. You know what it all came down to in the end? Linguistics. How you speak. Somebody like Jay-Z, the reason why I chose him is because you can speak hood when you chilling. But when you in when you in a room with $100,000 contract staring at you in your damn face. Now I know that sounds petty, but to a lot of us normal people who ain't never seen a contract in our name that has $100,000, that shit is a lot. So I'm gonna keep it 100 and keep the number small. So you hear that, right? That's my racist neighbors banging on the ceiling because they feel like it. But anyway, you can't do that. You have to be able to read that contract. That's $100,000 right there. Now, within that contract, it might have simple words to them, but it might look like Chinese to you. If you're willing to just sign your name on a dotted line, I'm telling you right now, and just listening to what they tell you, you're not going to go far. You're never going to excel, ever. How do you sit up here and associate with a lawyer, and the lawyer gives you a contract? We all know lawyers are shady, so you going to give your life up to this lawyer and sign your name? No. There are two things. If my father never taught me anything else, which he didn't teach, by the way, but he taught me two things that kept me pushing to this day, which ended up being true as all hell. You have to know how to read everything before you sign your John Hancock. Before you sign your name, you got to read everything on that line. Because if you don't do it right, they got you. And you got to learn how to play chess, because the only way you ever going to be able to succeed is if you see your opponent coming. You know what moves they're going to make. And that's the same thing as knowing two different languages. And when I was talking about the elder black folk, see, when I was growing up, and I'm not that goddamn old, when I was growing up, you had to have two different voices. Okay? First of all, you never call mom at work. She'll beat your ass. That's number one. Number two, when you did call mom at work, you better recognize her Becky voice. How can I help you? Oh, hi, honey. This is blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Oh, okay. I will fix that when it's necessary. You always have that voice. And then you got that, didn't I tell your ass not to sit up here and call me at work? I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to beat your motherfucking ass when I get home. You just wait. Oh, yes, boss. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. You have to know these things because that's how you play the game. Don't be stuck out here in masses. I'm not no fool. I'll tell you more about me when these videos get played. The more videos get played, the more I can keep it real with you because I'm a cusser. And I'm just about as honest and direct as I possibly can be. So please pick up a damn dictionary. I'm not buying this. The city of Detroit is so full of people who can't read, but your ass can be on Facebook and you can tweet. I'm not buying that bullshit. That's some shit the government want to sit up here and tell you so they can sit up here and keep saying how it's your problem. My Fair Lady taught me you have to have an education to mess around with the big dogs. Period, point blank. You don't mess around with the big dogs, you always going to be a small fish. You need that education to get you somewhere. And that's worth more than the sports stay up here trying to shove down your throat so you could be dumb to it. See, back in the 60s, back in the day when it was hard, because it's not like that anymore. I know a lot of y'all look like, bitch, please, you up here on your high horse. And no, honey, I'm strictly from the ghetto. Not ghetto, the ghetto, because you didn't know if you was going to make it out or you just going to get back. You didn't know what you was going to be. You didn't. Back in the day, all we had was sports to get us the hell on out the ghetto. That's all we had. was sports. We don't need that now. But look how there's a big ass mass of sports, everything, entertainment, everything, turn up. Look how it is, because they're trying to keep your dumb ass dumber. I'm a dumbass when it comes to a lot of shit, but I'm not dumb when it comes to what I see. Beforehand, we needed sports because that's the only way we could get out the hood. That's the only way we can get off of Crenshaw. That's the only way we can get out of Detroit. That's the only way we can get out of all the jacked up cities that's out there. That's the only way most of us was ever gonna make it. We had to find a way to play basketball, find a way to play football. That's what we had to do, but we ain't got to do that no more. Some things are in our favor. You can't keep crying that you poor. You can't keep crying that you struggling. You can't keep crying to the damn government if you ain't willing to change. Whole lot of people can't read, but everybody can do math and stand in line for Jordans. I'm not buying it. You could be on Facebook. You could be tweeting. You could be Instagramming. The whole nine. All that take words. Regardless if you spell it wrong or not. That take words. That takes reading to know what somebody else had done or said to you. And there's certain things, the reason why I carry myself, I know I come off big worded and everything on my Facebook page because that's my job. I'm going to do that. But when you want me to relate to you, when you want to understand me, you have to watch my videos because I'm not a game. I'm not to be played with. The world is not a game. This shit is not to be played with. You got lawyers, you got bigwigs, you got all types of people who's sitting up here just silly laughing at you, taking away your education. Look at what happened to Detroit. Really? Somebody stole from them teachers. Everybody up here getting mad at the teachers for not teaching the kids, but nobody's getting mad or investigating the people who stole the money from them teachers. When you steal somebody's bread and butter, I don't have to continue. Which means they're trying to keep you dumb. They're trying to make sure you don't learn or succeed. They're trying to make you give up. But you need that shit, dog. You need it. You need to learn reading. You have to know your education. You got to open up a dictionary on your own. You got a phone. You got a phone. You could Google a new word every day. They got an app for that, as a matter of fact. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm keeping it 100. They have an app for that. I'm sadly seeing us sinking as a people. The smart ones is going to get out, but we only going to get so far if we want to play ball or not. I'm not the ball playing type, so I know my life is going to end quick. I'm fully aware of that. I know too damn much sometimes. I got the FBI, CIA, whoever they is, marshals, Facebook corporatives. They all watching me right now because they done took 2-3 pictures while I was making this video. And I don't even know if this video is going to make it to you, but I hope you understand this is not a game. That's why I'm trying to invest in my company so you can invest in me so I can turn around and invest in you back. Because Target ain't doing it. Myers ain't doing it. Kroger ain't doing it. Ain't none of them doing it. And most of us only need a little bit of a hand. Just a little bit. We don't need a whole lot of it. We need a little bit. Stop taking pictures of me. They need a lot of it. Understand I'm here for you. And if you can't see what's happening right in front of your face, then you crazy. Your kids can be homeschooled. All you need is a computer and a printer. And guess who don't have to pay for that? They give you that for free. Because our school systems failed us. You can be a privatized school. It ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Come on, people. Think. Use your damn brain. You got all this homeschooling, and not one group of people came together and said, okay, I'm going to teach 6-7 kids in my house because I have the computer. You're going to get a hell of a lot further than taking their ass to school that's got mildew, mold, and everybody sharing a book. Ain't nobody respecting the teacher because half of y'all don't beat y'all kids' ass. So they feel like out of sight, out of mind, I'm going to do me. You can't do that. Now I'm talking to kids and parents. I'm going to get on off of here because my phone is steadily clicking every time somebody take my picture. I already know what's on with that. And I'm just letting you know. This shit is real. So get your education together, because excuses is out the motherfucking window. And this is coming from a woman who had to take care of herself. Ain't nobody bread fed me. Ain't nobody silver spoon me. Ain't nobody gave me shit. I worked my way all the way up. All the way up. I would tell you how I got the money to do my first book, but I think I'm going to say that for another video, because this mug is already almost 20 minutes. So listen to me and understand. Please understand that you need to learn your linguistics. You have to know how to, most of you would say, speak white. And I don't understand what does that mean. But okay, you have to learn English. And y'all schools that's failing and up here talking about how they don't know how to read and this, that, and the third, you already failed. You already embarrassed me, because what the hell happened to spelling? When you realize your own students can't read, you're supposed to be doing spelling. I remember spelling tests. Hell, that's how come I have most of my grammar that I'm not using right now. But I needed that, because the people who I've been visiting with, they wouldn't even see me in their office. The first look they gave me, they didn't even want to deal with me until I opened up my mouth and let them know that I am that deal. You have to. We already get looked at sideways. But to be able to hold your own intellectually is a feeling that you will never be able to understand. I want to see more of you out there doing it. Take your life in your own hands, because they obviously don't have to. Teachers is going to do what the hell they want to do. Your grandparents gave up, because the older they get, the more fucks is not given. They feel like you going to learn. And that's not a way to teach us. So I'm here. I'm telling you. This is what needs to be done. Over the summertime, I should be seeing some people learning new words at least once a week. I'm not going to say once a day like I put myself through, because I didn't originally speak English. I'm going to wish y'all well. I'm going to end this on this note. And I hope a lot of y'all is willing to listen. And that's how it is. Love y'all.